Hey everybody, it's George Whittam reporting for Whittam's World. Well, it's not very often that I get to do roundups. That is a test where I have a bunch of different things in the studio that I can try at once. But this is just one of those occasions. So I happen to have some that I own, some that I'm borrowing or demoing, 5 different headset microphones. Headset microphones? Yeah, headset mics. I've been talking for a while about the idea that a headset microphone could be suitable for recording voiceover. But what headset microphone do you think is going to be the best one? What's it going to cost? What can you get away with? Well, I've got 5 different mics here to try out. Let's take a look at what I've got on the table here, and we'll go through recording a test with each one of these mics. I don't have the time to go into a tremendous amount of detail about each one, but check in the detailed description below and I'll have more information about each of the microphones that you can look up. So let's go over here and take a look at the table. Starting up here on the upper left of the table, I've got a Bluetooth headset made by a company called Proxelle. And I've been using this headset in my car now for about a month, and it is fantastic for hands-free calling in the car. But is it usable for recording voiceover? Let's find out. Next up, this I've had around for quite a long time, a number of years. This is a Koss SB49 headset. It's probably designed for computer users, computer gaming. It's got a mic input and a headset jack. Plugs into most PCs, but not most Macs. I'll get into why in a minute. Going up the food chain in terms of quality probably is the Antlion Mod Mic. This is a very unusual microphone that allows you to attach it to any headphone you already own. Now, unfortunately, the headsets that I had this attached to are not here, so I can't show you how it attaches to my headphones. But it has a magnet and a little tiny bracket that you use to attach it to your headset. A very unique design, and it just has a headphone or a microphone jack, standard jack, as well as a mute switch in line. Taking a big jump up in quality and price, we're going to go to the DPA Define. This is an ear set microphone, and this one you wear over one ear, and you can use it on either ear. It's adjustable. It's very comfortable. I've used it quite a bit in tests, and it's adaptable to fit onto any kind of wireless system, but I have an adapter called the DAD6001 that gives us a standard XLR connection that we can use to plug this microphone into a standard mixer. As if that wasn't high-end enough, lastly, I've got something very unusual, and this is the Schoeps 4VXP. This is a specialized headset microphone that was designed with sportscasting in mind. But does it work as a good voiceover mic? I think we're going to find out. This is a system that includes the Schoeps capsule. These, by the way, these are made in Germany. They're the highest quality compact microphones I think you can probably buy. And when you see what this costs, you'll probably have to agree. They are not cheap. But it also comes mounted, pre-mounted to a really nice pair of headphones made by Ultrasone, the HFI 680s. And then at this end, you've got a standard microphone connection and a full-size 1/4-inch stereo headset jack. So this is a very unusual mic. It's on loan to me directly from the manufacturer, and I got it because one of my clients, Bill Mondy, wanted to try it out for field recording, working from the road from his hotel, and wanted to see if it would work. So I got it first, and then it's going to go to him for testing. So I got really lucky there. So let's go ahead and try each one of these headsets. I'm going to adapt them to plug into the computer, and I'll record tests with all 5 mics that I can. The Bluetooth mic, I'm a little sketchy about whether it's going to actually feed into the computer, but I'll give it a shot. And one other little detail, I'll have to use an adapter to connect the 2 wired headsets. This is a little adapter made by a company called Sabrent. It provides a microphone level input that taps to USB. This is required for pretty much all Macs because Macs don't have a standard microphone input anymore. But anyway, I digress. Let's get right on to the tests. Okay, so first up is the Argon microphone. This is the made by Proxelle. I'm going to go to Twisted Wave, make sure it's set as the input, and let's find something to read. I'm going to read from Behind the Beat, a great history of DJing book.
Introduction. I've always been fascinated with studios, big and small. Back in 1990, I walked into my friend Frenzy's studio. It consisted of a 4-track, some turntables, and an early Mirage sampler. I was totally blown away by the fact that you could overdub vocals and sample records.
Okay, so that is the Argon headset. Up next, the Koss SB49. Make sure you plug the microphone into the microphone plug. The mic plug is pink and there's a symbol of a microphone on there.
Introduction. I have always been fascinated with studios, big and small. Back in 1990, I walked into my friend Frenzy's studio. It consisted of a 4-track, some turntables, and an early Mirage sampler. I was totally blown away by the fact that you could overdub vocals and sample records.
Now the Antlion mod mic, I'm going to improvise and try to hang it over my ear like an ear set. Wow, DC offset's way out of whack. Oh, let's see what happens. Could be the interface I'm using. It's definitely a very cheap interface.
Introduction. I've always been fascinated with studios, big and small. Back in 1990, I walked into my friend Frenzy's studio. It consisted of a 4-track, some turntables, and an early Mirage sampler. I was totally blown away by the fact you could overdub vocals and sample records.
Now let's put on the D-Fine ear set microphone, which looks like this. I'm going to run this straight into my mixer with 0 processing. Phantom power is required, a lot of gain, and you should probably shave too. If you have a hairy face like me, you're probably going to get some noise from your beard, so be careful with these.
Introduction. I've always been fascinated with studios, big and small. Back in 1990, I walked into my friend Frenzy's studio. It consisted of a 4-track, some turntables, and an early Mirage sampler. I was totally blown away by the fact you could overdub vocals and sample records. That's the D-Fine by DPA. By far the most sleek, low-profile headset of the whole group. And now let's go to the Rolls-Royce of headset mics, the Schoeps. Okay, I haven't changed the gain at all, and I've got the Schoeps headset on. Same amount of gain, flat, no EQ, and no pop filter either, because if you put the microphone out of the stream of pops, out of the pop stream, you don't have to worry about popping. The windscreen is really for sportscasting when you're outside. Introduction. I've always been fascinated with studios, big and small. Back in 1990, I walked into my friend Frenzy's studio. It consisted of a 4-track, some turntables, and an early Mirage sampler. I was totally blown away by the fact you could overdub vocals and sample records.
All right, so we've got 5 different headset mics for you guys to listen to. They're all recorded into a WAV file. So what you just heard in the demo is that WAV file synced back up to picture. So you're hearing the actual audio as it came off these 5 mics. So what do you guys think? I think there's probably a clear winner here, but you know, looking at pricing, which I have down below, you'll notice that there's a huge disparity in pricing here, starting at about $30 all the way up to $2,400 for the Schoeps. So this is something that's going to satisfy some people and not everyone. If you need the ultimate travel microphone for working on voiceover, one that can reject a lot of background noise, won't pick up a lot of rumble, low frequency noise, because this has a very steep high pass filter roll off, this might be the headset for you. It might be. But that's a very special elite group of you that would go out and spend that kind of money for a headset. Anyway, this has been George Whittam reporting for Whittam's World. I hope you've enjoyed my little roundup of headset mics today. If you've got an idea for a future episode of Whittam's World, go ahead and send it in to whittamsworld@edgestudio.com, and I'll be happy to answer it on a future episode. Our technology world at Edge Studio is now on its own brand new website. That's edgestudiotechnology.com. And if you just want to give us a ring, 212-868-EDGE. Thanks again for watching. This is George Whittam reporting for Whittam's World. See you guys next time.